Dear viewers, welcome to the YouTube channel H2O Chemistry. In this video, we are going to learn the topic called Froth Flotation method. Froth Flotation method. It is mainly used for concentrating the sulfide ores, for example, zinc blende or galena. For such a ores we use this. It's a very important 1 mark too. Now let us see the principle behind this method. Froth flotation method. The fourth means it is a form of foam or bubbles. When we mix oil and water, the oil usually float on the surface of the water. The fourth is made up of usually fat or oil. So the fourth floats on the surface of water. That is the reason this method is called Froth flotation method. What is the principle? The word you have to remember is preferential wettability. If you want to understand this preferential wettability, let us go for the example. We take coconut oil and olive oil, water. When you mix coconut oil and olive oil, these two will mix each other. Whereas when you mix water and coconut oil, the coconut oil usually floats on the surface of the water, right? Now there is a difference in the density too. The oil is lighter, the water is denser, so it will settle down at the bottom quickly. Now I have one more information to share with you. When you add a salt to the coconut water and the coconut oil and the water, the salt preferentially will dissolve or wet by water, whereas when you add a salt to the coconut oil, the salt will not dissolve or not wet by the salt, wet by the oil. The salt will not wet by the oil. So the wettability is a major concept used here. So some salt are wet by oils, some substances are wet by water. Now look at this. Here the ore particles are wet with oils, usually pine oil or eucalyptus oil, which is we call frothing agent. That means which creates bubbles or foams, along with collector molecules like sodium ethyl xanthate, which has a major role. The sodium ethyl xanthate combines with the lighter sulfide ores and make them water repellent. So the sulfide ores first combines with sodium ethyl xanthate and then forms a new molecule. The new molecule is a water repellent. The water repellent molecules combine with the pine oil and then move to the top of the surface of the water. So this is an idea. So collector molecule plays a very important role in the Froth flotation method. The lighter ore such as sulfide ores are concentrated by this method. Example, zinc blende, ZNS or galena, BBS are used in this method. You could see the typical diagram of this method. Here in a tank, we usually take the crushed ore, water and the pine oil along with the collector molecules such as sodium ethyl xanthate. First, there will be agitator too. The agitator is used to stir this mixture and then it allows the compressed air so that we can make this mixture as a slurry one quickly. What happens? The collector molecules combines with the ore particles, lighter ore, sulfide ore particles, and makes them water repellent and quickly combines with the pine oil taken in the tank. When you agitate this, when you rotate this agitator, when you agitate this whole mixture, it creates bubbles. So the lighter particles are usually taken up to the top on the surface of the water. So the bubbles are created at the top of the water. so it can be skimmed off to the next container to remove the sulfide ore alone by another treatment, whereas the heavier particles such as gunk wet by water will quickly settle down at the bottom of the tank. We can easily remove with a separate opening called tailings. So this is a major idea, my dear children. Let us see the method very quickly. The crushed ore, sulfide ore, is suspended with water in a large tank like this, containing pine oil or eucalyptus oil or collector and collector molecules. It agitated with a current of compressed air. The ore is wet by the oil and gets separated from gunk in the form of froth. So the ore forms froth, the gunk will settle down at the bottom. The collector molecule attached to the ore particles make them water repellent, so the ore particle will not wet by the water. Next, since the froth containing ore is lighter, it comes to the top of the surface of the water. The froth is skimmed off and dried to recover the concentrated ore. You could see here the separate container we can do that. The gunk particles are preferentially wet by water, will settle on the bottom quickly. We can remove easily from the top, from the bottom. You could see the other apparatus used for froth flotation. So this is one of the apparatus. This is another one. You can easily see the compressed air passed here, agitators, outlet for opening the gunk, mixture of water and pine oil, and sulfide ore is poured with the use of hoppers. So once the bubbles are formed, we can skim it off this and we can collect in a separate container. So after treating with that, the sulfide ore can be easily settled down and you can collect in a separate outlet too. So this is a major idea, my dear children. I think the idea behind the froth flotation method you have understood very clearly. If you have any doubts, you can comment. If you like this video, you can subscribe and click the bell button to get the notification instantly. Like this video, share it to your friends, let them learn. Thank you.